It is an elusive but ever-present threat to anyone, anywhere who ventures beyond the familiar.
Being lost is a state of mind. You look around and any direction is as good as another.
In the wilderness, it is very easy to get lost. And once lost, it is even easier to die.
There's a high death rate of lost hikers out there who do not get found. They find them next spring.
This is the story of 4 strangers lost in the dense woods of Nova Scotia. They have no food, no water, no idea how to get out. With no gear and no survival skills, they have only each other to get through this ordeal alive. In this program, we put 4 willing volunteers to the test as they experience what it's like to be lost and survive in the wild. They know they are about to be dropped in the woods with little food or water.
All right.
And they know they will have to fend for themselves. What they don't know is how, or who will be with them along the way.
Never been to Nova Scotia in my life. Don't really know what to expect. I know it's basic boreal forest, but boreal forest is anything but basic.
Cody Lundeen is a wilderness survival expert. If he looks hardy enough to survive any challenge, it's because he has a lifetime experience of living and teaching in the wild. He is the founder and director of the Aboriginal Living Skills School in Arizona that teaches students how to survive in the backcountry with little or no gear.
First thing with the scenario that we've got outlined is 4 people turned ass around in the woods with no idea where they're going.
The terrain is new to him, but the intention is the same as his living skills course. Teaching a group of lost hikers to survive with very little resources on them.
It's a wild card. The sky's the limit. Night's gonna be falling, the temperature's gonna drop a little bit. The humidity, it's real humid, that's gonna get their clothes wet. So I'm gonna be looking for, when I'm reconning this place, because I've never been here before either, a safe place to bed down with minimal stuff. They're not gonna have time to whip together a shelter.
After an hour, Cody's familiarized himself enough with the terrain.
I took my first in Nova Scotia just now, and I tell you, it's been a long time since I wiped my butt with sphagnum moss, and it is a treat.
How the coming days play out now will be mostly up to the group of lost hikers.
Y'all think something bad might happen?
It's Cody.
I think it may be.
When we drove up upon this guy, standing barefoot in the middle of a rocky road,
Don't let him in the car.
I thought, oh geez, we are really in for it now.
Howdy ho.
Hi.
That went, oh brother, with the braids and the feet and the hat, Elliot. You're not leaving me with this character, no way. And I generally have a rule, don't trust anybody who doesn't wear shoes.
So you're the balloon guy, right?
Yep.
Nice to meet you. My name's Cody or Sean. Nice to meet you. So let's get away from the beast. Let's go sit over right by my pack over here and go over some stuff. I'm not here to bust your ass. I'm not here to do any of that bullshit that I hate reality shows. You all have to work together. That's what the point is working together to get needs met. It's not about pitting so-and-so against so-and-so. It's about coming together. Let me see what you got, and I want to see your pockets and the whole bit. John Lynn, how about you're up?
Just before setting out, Cody does a careful search of their bags.
Jeez, okay, let's open it up. Show me what you got.
Each participant can bring only what a typical day hiker would carry on a short trek in the woods in summertime Nova Scotia.
Mr. Sean? Paging Mr. Sean.
I got a deck of cards. You always need a deck of cards.
Pitch the cards. Probably the trick cards, too.
No, the regular
right?
cards. Really? We think I cheat in cards?
What you got?
1/2 liter of water, a sandwich lunch, and 1 additional clothing layer.
I got a sweatshirt.
Well, the tissue can be in that pile over there.
Oh, come on, I also have allergies too.
Me too.
Everything else gets left behind.
this isn't gonna matter a whole bunch. Okay, the only time that matters out here is that big glowing ball in the sky. You know what a buck snort is? You hold one nostril and you blow snot on the ground.
And I got what looks like toilet paper, but it's really disposable tape measure.
So now that we've got all our gear screened out, any last rites, so to speak? Any comments or questions? Far out. Okay, let's go on a hike.
It's 6 p.m. and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Teresa, Chris, Jonalyn, and Sean are now day hikers, starring in a contrived but realistic scenario. One created to see just what happens when human nature meets Mother Nature.
Watch your step. With the horrific terrain being so wonderfully beautiful but wonderfully deadly at the same time, you're gonna lose your bearings real quick, and that's completely natural.
Cody's earlier scout of the area has given him an advantage over the participants who have never set foot in these woods. In this terrain, looks can be deceiving.
Look around you. What's out of the ordinary?
Not much.
Not much, huh? So it's gonna mess with your mind.
Being lost in the woods can happen very easily because our primary method of knowing our environment is through vision. If we can't see very far, we can't use landmarks as a way of reorienting ourselves.
These hikers have already made their first, possibly fatal mistake, not notifying anyone of where they're headed.
Because no one's looking for you right now. And you're starting out to go out in the backcountry here, and guess what's happening to Mr. Sun? It's starting to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a typical situation for lost day hikers?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
After they've trekked for an hour, the dense forest suddenly opens up onto a small river.
This is where we should live. Because I always wanted waterfront property.
What do you think? Pretty?
It's beautiful.
Where the hell are we? And how do we get out of here? Where's the best bet?
I think we'd just do best to go with the sun because it was pretty much on our right all the way in. If we kept it on our left and headed that way, if we made haste, we could probably get back out. Yeah, kind of that way.
You guys want to walk that way?
That's the way I would go.
Do you agree with that, or is that just what everyone else is saying?
No, I mean, I don't have any other ideas, but the sun makes sense to me, so.
Take me back?
What?
Let's go.
No,
All right. You want to lead? Teresa?
All right, I'll hold up the back again.
Okay.
What are you running for? You don't really know where you came in. You probably don't really know where you are. We all have a guess. Mm-hmm. But guessing's good for dead people and people that like to gamble.
It's kind of a sense of denial. I'm not really lost, especially with people who are somewhat ego involved in their ability to, to maneuver the woods and to navigate and that sort of thing.
Okay, you're lost right now. How about you?
I don't think I'm lost, but I'm not gonna.
You're a guy. He can't say. No. Are you temporarily disoriented?
Yeah, I'm temporarily, but I just recognize certain things.
Okay, are you lost or not?
Yeah, I'm lost.
Okay.
Survival doesn't really begin until you admit that you're lost. In Canada, it may take weeks of survival before you could reasonably expect that you're going to be found.
Teresa, Sean, Chris, and Jonalyn are deep in the woods of Nova Scotia with no idea how to get out. Nobody knows they're gone. Temperatures are dropping, and pitch black night is less than an hour away.